Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a general reading for the sign of Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Aries, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, the link to my Buy Me a Coffee services and donations page, my Instagram and TikTok are all found in the About section of my YouTube page, and I thank you so much in advance. Aries, thank you for being here. I hope that you are well. I'm going to be doing your reading with two decks today, the What We've Forgotten Oracle deck and the Tarot for the Great Outdoors. The cards have been pre-shuffled. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. We get one more. I've been getting two cards for everybody's overall energy. Wow. Absolutely stunning. Excited for you, Aries. The first card is the number 38, which reduces to an 11, the Justice card of the Major Arcana. That's Libra energy. Talking about karmic justice, karmic balance. But the word and the visual in this deck is sun. Sun is illumination, it's abundance, it's life-giving energy, it's everything that everybody revolves around. It's the secret to Superman's rejuvenation. The Spirit wanted me to say that. They specifically showed me Superman. So you could love Superman, you could love the movies or the comics. There's something about Superman. Maybe you've talked about Superman or Kryptonite. He lived in some kind of crystal kingdom or something. Crystal planet. I seem to remember that from the movies. There's something about Superman. Superman and Clark Kent. This idea, perhaps, that, or maybe you told somebody, like, yeah, I've been like Superman lately. I'm doing everything. Saving the world, and then going home and being mild-mannered Clark Kent, my double, or my alternate personality. Sun is really beautiful energy, though. I mean, it is abundance, it is power, it is life force. There's magic to it. There's like an internal warmth, an internal glow from you at this time. Also, the number 53, which reduces to the 8, the Strength card of the Major Arcana, Leo energy. So kind of two major fire signs, fire element cards for Aries today. And the word is ancestors. So it's kind of like, you can see this starburst light. Very significant. Not all the cards look like this. They don't have such strong light sources in the middle. Have you been feeling, well, have you been thinking about passed away loved ones lately? I just got that. I just felt that. I didn't feel them around me, but I felt that thought. Have you been thinking about your passed away loved ones, who are perhaps now your spirit guides? Have you been talking to them? Have you been asking them for this kind of... Have you been asking them to be a kind of source of light for you, specifically? Because you've been feeling a lot of Kryptonite energy lately. What is Kryptonite to Superman? It makes him weak. It's like his Achilles heel. It's his weak spot. It's the only thing that makes Superman weak. So there could be something to it. We'll get into the cards and see if anything comes out more about Superman. 3 cards for the base spread, 3 cards for clarifier, past, present, future. And at the end, I will pull some advice from Spirit. extra card came out. I'll take that as part of the overall energy. It's the Seven of Stones, or the Seven of Pentacles. You can see here she's kind of indoor rock climbing. This could be something that you do to exercise, let off steam. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of, did anyone ever watch the old Batman? There's lots of comic book things coming up in your reading today. The old Batman series with Adam West and Burt Ward from, I want to say, the 60s. I think they were filmed in the 60s or 70s. I'm not sure, but they're classic. They're so campy. But the campy thing about that was that anytime Batman and Robin had to climb up a wall, they would film it. They would turn the camera, and they would just be walking along the ground pretending to climb, and then they would turn the camera so it appeared that they were going up a wall instead of against the ground. It's kind of hard to describe, but I think you know what I mean. But it's for some reason I'm just getting that weird perspective, almost like not everything is as it seems. Seven of Pentacles can talk about the effort and energy and resources that we put towards something and asking ourselves if it's still worth it. So there could be some situation that you're asking your passed away loved ones about. Should I keep going? Is this silly? I just heard. Is it silly what I'm doing, Spirit? Is it silly? Is it... You know, it's almost like I see your spirit guides here saying it's not silly. You know, it's almost like I see something in you saying I don't know if I can go up any higher. And I see your spirit guide saying, yes, you can. You can do this. But in that particular card, you're in a space of questioning. You're not going back up, you're not going back down. You're just like, should I keep going? In the past energy, we got the Queen of Blades or the Queen of Swords. This is Libra. And see here, somebody snowboarding. I was just talking about snowboarding the other day with somebody. Snowboarding is such a cool winter sport. Just look cool doing it. Getting something about appearances. Like maybe the Aries wants to, I don't want to say show off, but show up, maybe show off. I feel like it's like you want to show your talent, right? But there's some, in the past energy, there was something that prevented you from doing so. Eight of Sticks or Eight of Wands. You can see this beaver creating a dam here. Beavers create dams, they create little ecosystems. It's a primal drive of the beaver to do this activity. Something could have, you know, maybe you were trying to strut your stuff, show off, show up, be impressive, but some other pressing responsibility got in the way, and so you took a little detour in your past energy. Can I get a clarifier? Queen of Blades, Queen of Swords usually talks about seeking out the truth, but I don't really read that truth, not truth. It's more about like, it's more about, I find this card to be more about action today. Action and inaction. It's clarified by the Page of Blades. So it's a little bit of the bunny slope, right? In the reverse. Something was like, it came to like a screeching halt. I just hear like screeching halt. Because in your past energy, you may have wanted to do something, break out into something. You've been thinking about it. You've been planning it with the air energy here. You've been planning it, thinking about it, coming up with a regimented schedule of how things were going to turn out, how you were going to show up, how you were going to show off, how you were going to show your stuff. And then some big responsibility came in the way and you had to address it. And it took time, and it took resources, and it took your energy. And you have something really impressive to show for it, but it's not, you're an impressive person, Aries, but it's impressive in a different way, right? Like these are two different vibes. This is kind of glitzy and glamoury, and this feels just like earthy and like very like rote and practical. This is not practical in any way. This is very, very practical energy. So you got this in reverse. So that's the past energy. Something distracted you, detracted you, and you had to go and be responsible for a while for something. In the present energy, the Page of Stones and the Temperance card, both in reverse. This is the present energy. Page of Stones, Page of Pentacles, Temperance card, number 14 of the Major Arcana. That's Sagittarius energy. Talking about patience and alchemization. Page of Stones, we can see here an older lady with her dog in her lap. Got her camper. She's the camp host. I don't see you as the camp host. I see you as approaching the camp host. And somebody, oh, it's interesting. It's firewood. There's something about it. It's like all this wood energy here. See all this wood energy? That could be relevant to you. Building something? Are you building something right now? Are you building a home? Building a business? Building some kind of foundation? The Page of Pentacles is somebody who, page energy, just like the Page of Blades, beginner's mind. Beginner's mind. Page of Pentacles steps through an open doorway. They might not have all the answers about what they're going to do once they step through that doorway, but they step through. The Pentacles energy is all about the material world. What are we doing here on Earth in the material world, as opposed to, you know, the Cups, which is more about the emotions, or the Swords, which is more about the thoughts. Here you're looking at real world scenarios, but the card is in reverse. It's almost like in the present energy, you're trying to get back into the swing of things, right? So we've been distracted here. We wanted to do something new and exciting. We were taken off that path because we had to attend to some responsibilities. And now in the present moment, can we just start that back up again? But when we start it back up again, it's not going to look exactly the same as the last time. You know, now because we've lived through this experience. So when we approach something with fresh eyes, it's not just our fresh eyes, but now it's our wealth of experience that is informing our next move. That can work for you and against you, because I was just talking with a friend about this afternoon, about how we wished we had traveled more when we were younger. And when I was younger, I'm not a big traveler. I don't like to travel. Actually, I have traveled, but I don't like to because I'm a homebody. And because I have traveled now in my adulthood, I wish that I had been braver when I was younger. I wish that I had had a little bit of, not reckless abandon, but a little bit of gumption, a little bit of courage to just walk towards the unknown with bright eyes and optimism. Because when you walk towards something new as an adult, how much is it going to cost me? Do I have to take time off from work? Do I have a sitter for the kids? You know, do I have to get a visa? It's just like everything, like all the things we have to think about of being an adult go into informing our decisions. So even if we want to be spontaneous and carefree, it's difficult because we have this wealth of experience behind us that we know that a lot of things, you know, some things can fall into your lap and some things come with hard work. When you're younger, you have that flexibility of time and space to be a little bit more explorative. So now, this Temperance card, you did get this card in the reverse, but I just want to show it to you in the upright. You know, trekking this mountain, it takes time. Step by step by step. You got it in reverse. There's some part of you that's just feeling like, I'm running out of time. And I'm running out of patience. I was delayed long enough. Can't we just get the ball rolling now? But there still seems to be some, you know, the overall energy here is it worth it? That Kryptonite is coming back into the foreground of my mind. Like, was there something here that kind of stopped you in your tracks? And you're just trying to, it's like, I feel like you're trying to fling it off like something sticky. You know, you're just trying to get rid of something. Sticky energy. Three cards came out. Queen of Vessels or Queen of Cups. Five of Stones in the reverse. Five of Pentacles. And the Hermit card in reverse. Queen of Vessels, Queen of Cups. This is Cancer energy. See here how she's riding the waves. I don't know what they call this. Parasailing? Maybe? I don't know if that's right. I want to say parasailing. Riding the waves, going with the flow. Kind of really resonating with the heart space. Queen of Cups is all about love. Person who is divine feminine. Really invested in others, a loving energy, a generous, kind energy, compassionate. Five of Stones in reverse or Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles talks about the sense that we're left out in the cold, kind of isolated. In this depiction, though, it's very happy. Yes, we're outside and kind of undercover, but we're having a good time. But it's in the reverse. So kind of like releasing some hang-ups about being on the outskirts, being an outlier, something like that. Thing about Clark Kent, because now Spirit's showing me Clark Kent again. Clark Kent was awkward. Definitely awkward with the ladies. He was awkward. He was misunderstood. But at least that's the persona that he portrayed. Earnest. When he was Superman, he was cool as a cucumber. Barring the kryptonite, like nothing bothered him. Like you couldn't touch Superman. He's like a god. Very handsome, smooth with the ladies. The same person, right? So there's something to it. There's this duality about you. It's like in some sense when you have to like get down to business, you know exactly who you are. You know exactly what you need to do. It's instinctual. But then when it comes to like maybe kind of I don't know, trying new things, showing off for yourself. There's a little bit of hesitation. Can I do it? Should I do it? The Hermit card in the reverse. You're trying. Hermit card number 9 in the Major Arcana. This is Virgo energy. The Hermit card talks about being insular, going through the dark night of the soul, like asking the deep questions about oneself. But this card is in reverse. It's like you're coming out, you're trying to come out of this energy of isolation and alienation and being insular. You're trying to like show off your stuff. You're just trying to show off your stuff, but I feel like it's just being, there's a little bit of stymied energy. You're just, you know, you're wanting to shine bright. Shine bright like a diamond. You're wanting to shine very brightly. This is what perhaps you could be asking your guides about. Why is there delay? Why is it that when I want to start something new, something just kind of is a fly in the ointment? For the future potential, 2 of Stones in reverse, Wheel of Fortune in reverse. It's talking about divine timing. Not quite yet. Very frustrating. I'm frustrated for you, Aries. It's not a bad thing, but what it does, what it tells me, it's almost like the more you resist learning the lesson, whatever the lesson is, the cosmic lesson, the more you resist learning the lesson, the longer the lesson will continue. 2 of Stones, 2 of Pentacles. Doesn't really tell us a lot except that there's a tent. We've pitched a tent. We're inside the tent. So we're not enjoying the outdoors. 2 of Pentacles can talk about, traditionally the card talks about multitasking, juggling, being able to do it, but eventually needing to put something down because we can't juggle forever. Card is in reverse. The Wheel of Fortune, number 10 of the Major Arcana. Divine timing, good luck, good fortune. Trying to get our bearings. Trying to get our cosmic bearings. I feel like this is a little bit of you really trying to work with Spirit to clarify what your divine path is. Instinctively, you know how to operate. But that speaks to another part of like your brain. Instinct, primal instinct, rote activity, like you know how to do that kind of stuff in your sleep, right? That's not what we're talking about here. You're trying to co-create with Spirit, because now I see the 3 of Pentacles in my mind. You're trying to create something with Spirit. It's like you're sitting at this table with your ancestors and your guides and you're saying, all right, let's get down to business. Let's get down to brass tacks and figure out my destiny, my divine calling. Now I see the Judgment card in my mind. Every time, okay, Spirit's showing it to me. So I'll just give you an example. Actually, it has to do with an Aries I used to know. So there have been moments in my life where I was so sure about someone, like a romantic partner, whatever. And I felt like I was sure. I was sure that this was my person, or I was sure I was supposed to pursue this, or I was sure that there was some divine connection because it just felt right. And I would hesitate, right? Because my experience told me you don't want to get hurt again, etc., etc. You've been through this before, you know? So I would wait and wait and wait and not express my feelings. Just that tension would be there. I wouldn't say anything. But I'd say, Spirit, just show me. Is this my person? Is this my person? It seems like this is my person. It seems like this is the person you want me to be with. And then I'd open my mouth and express my feelings, and boom, that door would slam shut so fast. I tried to take a risk, tried to put myself out there, tried to put my best foot forward, to peacock myself, whatever, what have you. And man, nope, not for you. Not for you, not for you, not for you. It's frustrating. And then I'd go back to my guides and I'd say, hey, we talked about this. I consulted with you about this. The feeling I got from this was this. What's the problem? So I feel like this is kind of what you're going through right now. Like, you see something good within your grasp. You're hesitant about it. You're tentative about it. The minute you take a step towards it, boom, door shuts. It's not the right time, Aries. I feel frustrated for you. Because what are we supposed to do with that? I'm gonna ask Spirit, what is the advice here? I'm sorry, this is a very frustrating reading, but this is the energy that I get. Look, I can't. The Devil in reverse, number 15 of the Major Arcana, and the Knight of Wands. Spirit just kind of, that was like the equivalent of Spirit mic dropping on me, and like, kind of like, I said what I said. It's good to listen to this because the ancestors are coming through, so we're going to respect it. Knight of Sticks or Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is the most unreliable knight in the tarot of all the 4 knights. This is probably perhaps the most unreliable, because he's spontaneous, he's fly by the seat of your pants, very passionate, very determined. But it's kind of like here today, gone tomorrow. So if I was doing this as a love reading, this kind of person is, you know, passionate, but not long lasting, right? That's just an example. When I put the card, when I first held up the card to the camera, Spirit showed me, like, this is a climber, but it almost looks like they have a buzzsaw in their hand, like a what do they call it? Buzzsaw? Like a gas-powered saw, like they're cutting part of the tree. And they just showed me cutting the line. If you're not careful, you're going to cut your own line. Thank you, Spirit. See? Spirit is delaying you for your protection. There's something you're not seeing right now because the Devil card showed up. I think you're the first sign that got the Devil card in this series of readings. It is in reverse. See, all the bats were definitely in the depths of some cave. Carlsbad Caverns National Park. I've been there. It's beautiful. But the Devil card talks about codependency, addiction, negative self-talk, cycles of repeat. You want some advice? Here's some advice. Spirit needs you to step out of these negative cycles of repeat and be mindful that you don't cut your own line because of some level of impatience. They've got you. They want to remind you of that. They're supporting you. They've got you. But if you move too quickly, there could be a misstep. Heavy reading, Aries, but I say it with a lot of love and channeling from Spirit, who are here and are supporting you. That's your reading, Aries. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Aries.